Welcome to Cooking with Andrea. I'm super excited today because guess what? We're making gizzards and hearts. Chicken gizzards and chicken hearts. They're yum. I got this, you can really get a good price for chicken gizzards and hearts. I got this whole container here for $2. Awesome. Most of the time I can get them even cheaper, but right now, I don't know, I guess because our weather wasn't so good a while back, we're not getting as much food over the mountain. So, but I've got a whole container here. So I've got chicken hearts and gizzards. I'm going to do two ways. Let's Celebrate TV had a live about a month ago, and they were talking about innards. They were talking about livers. I threw out gizzards, hearts. We all were talking about it, and we all decided, oh, hey, we know about it. We like it. So ever since his episode, I've been craving these, but I eat these quite often. Back in the day, probably in the 80s, this was kind of like our diet food. We got to eat this with a salad or a baked potato. It was absolutely delicious. But I actually grew up eating these. My mom's from Minnesota, so they did a lot of gizzards and, livers and things like that. So I love this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how I prepared these. I'm going to get this started because this took me about 3 hours, because what I'm going to show you is the tender. See, if you don't eat gizzards, hearts, or anything like that, these have to be boiled. You can't eat them hard. You can eat them hard. I was very disappointed. I went to our local big, huge cook-off here. We have a big, huge rib cook-off, and they were too hard for me. They did not boil them. They just battered them and fried them. You cannot do that, in my opinion. You have to cook these, and then we're going to fry them. So I'm going to show you how I got this cooked portion. I'm going to turn my heat up to a medium high. I'm going to dump in 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper, 1 tablespoon of beef broth. You can use chicken broth or you can use beef broth. I think the beef broth with the chicken gives it a contrast, and it makes it a good one. It doesn't taste so, I don't know what the word is, because to me it doesn't taste gamey, because I've had gamey meat. I don't know, but it makes the mellow of the meat, and once they're cooked like this, it just is fantastic. I'm going to take 3 tablespoons of butter, and then I'm going to take my chicken gizzards, and I have to use my hand because I have water in here already, and I don't want it to splash all over. I'll give a quick wash. But this is going to boil from at least 2 hours. I ended up taking 2 packages of those last night, and I boiled mine for 3.5. But like I say, please don't try these unless you're really prepared to boil, because if you try them and they're not soft, you will not like them. I feel that people who try gizzards and hearts and things like that, they're not cooked enough. Just like I feel that people who try pork, if it's not religious, I don't see how you cannot like pork, to be honest, if you like beef or chicken. Because pork is one of those things, but pork is unforgiving, just like these gizzards are unforgiving. If you do not cook your pork right, it will be dry, disgusting, and taste absolutely terrible. Same thing with these gizzards. So what we're going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to give a quick wash to my hand. Good amount of bleach water in there. And that's what I say, use your bleach water. Well, I don't know if I should be telling people to use their bleach water. Look at my hands. You can tell I use a lot of bleach. Okay, so we gave a quick fast wash. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just toss this real fast. And my burner is on. Fantastic. I'm going to put this right over here. I'm going to move that back. I need my lemon pepper. Okay, so let's get this moved over here. We're going to do the easy one first. I have my fry station here because I'm actually going to do some frying. I'm going to go ahead. I have 3 tablespoons of butter here. And I am going to get a little scoop out. I'm not going to cut them or anything. but I am going to show you. Oh, and I'm going to show you what the difference is. Okay, so here's a chicken heart, and I'm trying to pick a good one. Ah, here's a nice gizzard. Okay, but I'm going to show you something. These are cold, and you can eat them cold. But did you see how that pulled apart? They don't pull apart like that. You have to boil these. So good. And you know me, I'm not a person that eats tough meat. I cannot eat tough meat. It just goes against everything. You can call me a meat snob all you want. I'm a filet mignon and a ribeye kind of girl. I love when people can cook flank and skirt steak and make it absolutely delicious. I can do that, but I don't use that for meat that I would just straight eat. I usually use it in my fajitas, or I'll use it in my asadas and stuff like that. So my pan is heating. I better keep chewing. Absolutely delicious. But because you put the nor in there, or any kind of granules or bouillon, butter, and lemon pepper, or if you don't like lemon pepper, use what seasoning you like, but use the salt and the pepper. The bouillon is a good salt content, so all you would really need is a pepper, and they will come out absolutely excellent like this. Okay, we're just going to let this warm for a minute. Okay, after we get this little dish done, we'll try it real fast, and then we'll go to our fry. Gizzards. This is what I love when we go to the fair. But if you do not do it right, and that gizzard is tough, I cannot eat it. But I would probably be bad. I would probably be the one that overcooks mine, but I think tender is delicious over, I don't know what they call it, but sometimes if you cook something and it's tender like this, people will frown on you. It's okay. This is Andrea's way. We're going to eat Andrea's way. Andrea's getting old. Andrea likes soft meat, so we're good to go on that aspect. I have some canola oil here, about a half a cup. I'm going to fry it. I got some toothpicks when it's time to plate, because I'm going to do a little toothpick so we can pick them up like hors d'oeuvres. Sometimes I'll make the fried ones for hors d'oeuvres. Normally when I make these, honestly, I'm making them for me. That's what I'm eating during the week. That's what I like to eat. I don't eat them all the time, but I eat them at least probably 6-7 times a year. I eat them. So it's something that I eat. Sometimes I'll eat them more. I get on the kick where I want to eat them more. So what I'm going to do is just let this warm, just letting this warm real fast. Everything is cooked. All I'm doing is bringing it up to heat. Now I'm going to turn the heat a little bit higher, because all I want these to do is just warm. They don't have to be scalding hot. You can put them in the microwave too. I'm not going to tell a lie. You can. Now, you don't want to use too much lemon pepper, because like I showed you, there's a good flavor. I'm one of those, I season. So I just want you to see that I'm going to add just a little bit of lemon pepper. Not too much. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to let these fully heat, and then what we're going to do is come back, give it a try, and then we're going to move on to our next one. Okay, we're back. Look at this. Oh, nice. Absolutely beautiful, nice and warm. Smells absolutely delicious. I'm going to grab some of these. I'm going to put them in this bowl, and we're going to have a taste. Okay, I'm not even going to cut these up, because sometimes when I serve them like that, oops, one fall down. That one has to be eaten. Sometimes when I'm serving them like this, just with toothpick, when I'm doing hors d'oeuvres, because I'll do it. I'm the one that does the pate, the innards, the stuff like that. So whenever he's like, "Hey, will you make it?" and I'll be like, "Sure." And they'll come to my house and eat. I'm like, "Did you go home and try it?" "No, we'll wait till we come to your house." I'm like, "Oh, great." So I'm gonna go ahead and try this. It's a little bit hot. You see how easy it is to chew? That's the secret. And any tough meat, boil, or If you have your own way of doing it, you'll know your own way. But these are delicious. This is delicious. This is $2. I spent $4 for all this meat. I spent $4. So this is a good deal. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with our fried. I'm going to turn my heat up just a little bit higher. That was so good. That's a good bite. Okay, I'm going to go 350. I have 2 eggs. And I beat them. I'm going to bring my induction closer because I want you guys to be able to see. And now what I'm going to do is take a few out. It's about to get messy here. Not cutting them. I'm going to leave them. You can cut them though and make them a little bit smaller, but I'm not going to. I'm going to take a few hearts too. Here's the hearts. I actually like gizzards a little bit more than I do hearts, but I do love hearts. It used to be 20 years ago I liked hearts more than I did gizzards, but I think because they don't give you as many, you know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take and dry these off. Okay, my dredge I'm using is just my knockoff KFC that I mixed up. The only thing is mine has, I think, like 2 tablespoons more of celery salt. And mine also has, I think, just a little bit more paprika in it. So what I'm going to do is just coat these just like this. And these are already cooked. So once you get your fry, your oil, then you just get your fry on real fast and it's good. Let's see how this is. Oh, heck yeah. Okay, we're good. And I don't want them so covered in batter. Just want a light coating. Oh, and I forgot to tell you guys. So it's a knockoff KFC that I found online. Extra celery. If you want the recipe, I can give it to you. I'm not sure. I think I might have given it to you guys already. But if not, I can give it to you. And then I have a cup of panko in here. Also. Well, actually, I have the whole box because I make it all at one time. So it's just fresh flour, a whole bunch of seasonings. And forgive me, guys. I'm going to use my hands. It's easier when you use your hands. You can shake your egg off better. Because like I said, my gizzards are already cooked. So I don't want to I don't want them to be disgusting. I want them to be super soft like they are now. And just a little bit of coating, not a lot. It was so funny. One time I had made these and nobody knew what they were. It's not like I didn't want to not tell anybody, but they just didn't know what it was. So they were asking me, oh my God, they're like, your popcorn chicken is so good. And I was like, what? I go, guys, it's chicken gizzards. It's hearts, but I'm the one that makes the lingua. I'm the one that makes the pate. Nobody else in the family does, So they didn't even realize. And they're like, what? Oh my God, I ate that. I'm like, yeah, you didn't ask. And I had just made a whole bunch of stuff. And, I made everything that day because I have a tendency to do that where I won't just cook. Or if I know these will go good with what I'm cooking, I'll just make them. Okay, I'm in a big mess. So what I'm going to do is let these fry just a few minutes. That's all they're going to do. And then I'm going to wash my hands and clean up and we're going to come back. Okay, welcome back. These are done. Only takes about 2 minutes to fry them because like I said, all you want to do is get your batter just done. And look at how beautiful this looks. This is going to taste delicious. And this is the one that everybody thought that it was my popcorn chicken. Kind of looks like, the fingers they make. I like the beef fingers they say they make. Okay. So, looks fantastic. Okay, you see this water over here? This water is boiling. This is what you're going to boil. When it's like this, these are going to boil for about 2 to 3 hours. Make sure they're nice and tender. But this is what you want. That makes this wonderful, beautiful chicken gizzards and hearts. And if you want to try, just get one little package. It's super cheap. Okay, so this one's going to be a heart. I can tell by the shape. And this is Andrea's way. Remember, like I said, some people may say they're too overdone because they're nice and soft. But that's how Andrea and her family likes it. So please do things the way you and your family like it. I'm going to try this, but it's going to be hot. This is good. I like the fried aspect. And you know, it's so funny because I used to be a really big, I like fried food. I'm not going to tell a lie. Because I'm getting older, I stay away from more fried foods. But I hate to say it, I think I like these better even than I do this one. And that's so funny because I'm a fried food person, but those taste so delicious. And you could make so much. You can drop that in and make it your dirty rice. It's so delicious. And for so cheap, you can do a lot. Absolutely. Okay. So the preference, gizzards are even softer than hearts. Absolutely fantastic. I encourage everybody to try. Do it this way. It's a good way. And it's a very simple, I'm kind of really simple person. Try it this way. If you like the content, if you would please like, share, and subscribe, I'd be most grateful. Sorry for chewing with my mouth open here. I'd appreciate it. And I want to thank you, and I hope you have a beautiful, blessed week. Got some good stuff coming next week. Have a good week.